Hello, Virgo, and welcome to my channel, Spiritually Insightful Tarot. In this reading, we're going to be looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future for December of 2022. The way that I usually do these readings, as you can see, is I've actually gone ahead and pulled 3 oracle cards and clarified those cards just so we can jump right in. In your recent past, you have adjustments are required. Guys, there's actually another card here that I didn't realize. Oh my gosh, that's funny. These cards are new and they stuck together. So you actually have adjustments are required and prosperity lies ahead with the star card. Now, it's kind of interesting because the way I'm reading this message is that prosperity lies ahead, but you don't see that yet. You don't, it's that's the I don't know if it's the path necessarily or if it's the possibility of it in general, but prosperity is ahead for you guys, but you're just in a point in your path right now where adjustments are required. That's really funny. And the way that I see it with the star card, this can both mean there's a need to kind of keep the hope, keep the faith, as well as a little bit of healing that's required. So in a way, it's kind of like prosperity lies ahead. Really keep the faith for that. Make sure you're still hoping for the things that you want. But then on the flip side, you have adjustments are required, and there's some healing there so that you can still be able to hold on to that hope for whatever this prosperity is for you guys. In your current energy, we do actually only have 2 cards. You have take time to breathe out with the 8 of Pentacles. So right now, things could feel stagnant. It could feel like you've been working on some things, working on something in particular, a relationship, a career, and it just feels like things aren't coming to fruition for you. That is because right now is not necessarily a time for it's never really a time for forcing, but I guess it's a time for you guys to relax. There's some relaxation needed because I feel like there's just been like when I feel this card, I just feel like every muscle in my body is tensed up. Like it's a you guys have just I don't know if you've been a ball of stress recently or if you've just been really focusing on what you are stressed about as opposed to what it is that you need to be hopeful about. But in your current energy, I see surrender to the divine with the 3 of Pentacles. The way that I see this is things, because the 3 of Pentacles obviously can have a few different meanings, but the way that I'm seeing it in this reading is things starting to come together for you. But they're not going to start to come together until you surrender. It's almost like prosperity is here already. Like that prosperity is already here for you. But the adjustments you're needing to make are kind of honestly just the need to chill out. And sorry, I do see my camera bouncing there. This is a new channel for me. I used to have a different tarot channel, but this is a new channel for me. So we're doing things a little differently, so it's going to take some time to get a good setup going. But okay, we're going to jump into your recent past and start to look at what cards we have here. I'm going to pull 3 cards for each, and then I do have clarification cards. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to clarify each card yet. I'm just going to kind of see what feels right. But we're going to start with the recent past. Adjustments are required and prosperity lies ahead with the star card. Okay. We have the Knight of Wands. Let's get a couple more here. This is recent past for Virgo for December 2022. Recent past for Virgo, December 2022. So with the Knight of Wands, I'm seeing that there's some sort of, okay, cool. You have the Knight of Wands, the 4 of Cups in reverse, and the 8 of Pentacles. Same 8 of Pentacles as you have here in your middle when they take time to breathe out. So you have something that you've been working toward for a while. Now, in this specific deck, there's a card that it's the Artist. And you have that in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So the way that I see this is you have been co-creating something with the universe. I'm not quite sure what that is. It's going to depend. This is a general reading, so it's going to depend on whatever you're really feeling whenever you're listening to this reading. But there's something that in the recent past you've taken a risk toward this thing. That whatever it is that you've been pursuing here, whatever this 8 of Pentacles here is, it's felt like a risk of some sort. Now with the 4 of Cups in reverse, the way that I see that is right in your recent past specifically, you were focusing on the wrong aspects of this thing. So the way that I kind of see that is you weren't focusing on the bigger picture. You were focusing on one specific aspect. This isn't coming to fruition yet. I'm super frustrated because this isn't happening. When in reality, it's not that that isn't happening for you, because I do feel like it is, based on this Three of Pentacles and things kind of coming together for you. I feel like whatever it is that you're wanting is definitely coming together for you, just not necessarily in the way that you think it is. And that's not a bad thing. That doesn't mean that just because things aren't going exactly how you think that they should go means that they're not going to go in a way that's going to make you happy. This like meme is popping into my head. It's not a meme. I don't know exactly know what it is. It's just, um, it says, just because things could have been different doesn't mean they would have been better. I guess is like really where the focus is right now, is you're saying, oh, well, I wish things would have gone this way. It's like, even if they had gone that way, you wouldn't be any happier than you are right now. And so that's how I feel like this reading is kind of going, is it saying just because things haven't worked out the way that you think they should yet doesn't mean they're not getting you to where you want to be. But I do see that there is some frustration here. And I feel like a lot of that frustration is because there's been a risk involved, or because there's been fear of things not coming to fruition for you involved. But that doesn't mean that things aren't working out for the best for you. I do see that that's happening, but it's almost like there's a need to surrender to the path to get there. Okay, let's look at your current energy. Take time to breathe out with the Eight of Pentacles. So right now, goodness, yeah, and that past energy, I feel very tense. And this current energy, I feel like there's this need to kind of like drop your shoulders, relax, breathe. Things are happening for you guys. It just feels like you don't necessarily believe that. And so you've been focused so much on what isn't happening. That's where I feel like this Four of Cups is coming from. Okay. There's prosperity all around you. This is making sense now. There's prosperity all around you. I feel like you're not seeing little things that have been happening for you. There's been small things that have been showing you that you're getting to where you want to be, but you're focused so much on this one specific thing not happening that it's taking you out of the gratitude for all of the things that are happening for you. And so that's where I feel like this adjustment is. And it's not necessarily like you're not a grateful person. That's not what I'm saying. There's just this one specific thing that you're focusing on that hasn't come to fruition for you yet. Um, that's actually taking away from the joy of a lot of other really good things happening in your life. And so that's why I feel like their adjustment that was required was to find a little bit of gratitude for the smaller things, because per the law of attraction, the more we're grateful, the more we attract things to be grateful for. So the more that you focus your mind on being gratitude, or on being grateful for the smaller things, the more that you're going to start to see those larger things happen in your life. Okay, let's look at the current energy for Virgo. Current energy for Virgo. Clarifying, take time to breathe out, and the Eight of Pentacles. The Empress. Okay. Yeah, you guys are really, really anxious about something. Because you have the Nine of Swords here on the bottom of the deck. I'm not going to pull it yet, but you do have the Empress card here. So you guys are trying hard. Okay, I understand. Hang on. Oh, I said I wasn't going to pull it, and the Nine of Swords pops out. There's that Nine of Swords. Oh, and one more, the High Priestess in reverse. Okay. Right now is a time to take care of yourselves. You have the Eight of Swords in reverse on the bottom. Things, are just, they're moving slow for you guys right now. But the reason for that is you're putting a lot of your anxiety is coming into your energy as almost a manifestation. Let me rephrase that. It's not that the things that you're worried about are starting to come true. That's not what I'm saying. It's that you've been so focused on one specific thing not happening that the more that one thing doesn't happen, the more your anxiety grows. And so what I see with the Empress here, because then you have the High Priestess in reverse, and then you have, the take time to breathe out, is right now is a time to really work through what it is that you're anxious about. Now, that doesn't mean, because you do have the Eight of Pentacles here, that doesn't mean you're not continuing to take steps forward, that you're not continuing to work toward whatever it is that you're wanting to work toward, because you definitely should be doing that. But things aren't moving, aren't coming to fruition in the way that you want them to yet, because here's the best way to explain this. If if you woke up tomorrow and you had everything that you've ever asked for, you woke up with, say, your perfect significant other, financial abundance beyond your wildest dreams. If you woke up tomorrow with everything you've ever asked for, and you still were in this Nine of Swords energy, this Nine of Swords energy would eventually manifested away. So here's the flip side. Right now, your anxious energy about things not coming to fruition is keeping you from manifesting what you want, because if you got everything that you wanted, that Nine of Swords energy would manifest everything away for you. So whatever it is that you want is for you. It's meant for you. It's yours. It's already yours. You already have it. But your focus on things not happening is keeping things from happening. But that's also almost a blessing in disguise from the universe, because it's also keeping you from losing what it is that you want if you were to get it today. Right now, it's you're choosing your anxiety over your intuition. There's a little bit of just not listening to what's really coming for you. And I will say that's one of the hardest things about learning how to listen to your intuition, is really learning what is my anxiety, what are my thoughts and feelings that are based in, past experiences, and what really is my intuition. So right now your intuition's a little bit blocked, and it's a time to really take care of yourself. Make sure you're journaling, making sure you're meditating, going for walks, getting out of your head. Right now is a really, really important time to be getting out of your head. So if things are moving slow, do not take that as a sign that things aren't happening for you. In fact, it means that things are happening for you, just that you are not quite ready yet. But actually, I don't even know if that's true. You are ready. You just don't believe you're ready yet. And that's what's keeping things from coming. So anyway, in your immediate future, you have surrender to the divine with the Three of Pentacles. Things starting to come together. But I feel like that's because you let go of this Nine of Swords energy. It's almost like you stop being anxious about it. But let's see. Surrender to the divine. Okay. I'm going to talk about this one message before I pull another card, because you have the Five of Wands with the Hierophant in reverse. Right now, you guys are kind of in this me against the world mentality, meaning I have to fight and stress and be in pain and suffer for what it is that I want. And that's just not true. So in your immediate future, there's a need, because the Hierophant in reverse is like doing things in a way you never have before. And I feel like what that really is, especially with the Judgment in reverse, is coming from a place of what's not traditional for you. If it's traditional for you to control your circumstances, then there's a need to surrender and allow things to flow. Because with that Artist card in reverse that we had, I don't exactly remember where it was, what that card really means is co-creating with the universe, allowing things to flow. You give a little bit, the universe gives a little bit, and things start to come together. But with it in reverse, what that really means is you're actually blocking yourself from getting what it is that you want. Not for long though. I just really see that there's that need to really let go of this you against the world mentality, and remember that the universe is on your side. The universe wants what you want just as much as you do. And it's really up to you to have that faith to be able to bring it to fruition. The more that we attach ourselves to outcomes, the less we're going to start to see things happen for us. Okay. I'm hoping my dog doesn't start barking, because the neighbor's dogs are barking. She's sitting on the couch over there. The end of a cycle. You have the Death card. This is a good ending to a cycle, though. It's the cycle of you controlling. You have the Knight of Swords in reverse. This period of, call it rest, this take time to breathe out period, this period of you releasing your anxiety, this period of things moving slow, it's because you're not clear right now. You're not fully clear on what it is that you want. But it's not that what it is that you want is wrong. It's just there's something about not wanting it in the right way. It's like something about focusing too much on one aspect and not on other aspects of it. It's not that you can't have what it is that you want. It's that you need to not focus so much on the way it's going to happen and honestly how long it might take. It's about the journey, not the destination. Now, at the same time, it doesn't mean that that journey is going to be painful. It doesn't mean that that's going to be a difficult thing for you. Because I think you have this idea that whatever it is that you're working toward here, that when that happens, all of your worries are going to go away. It's kind of what I just mentioned about this Nine of Swords. If you woke up tomorrow with everything that you had, your anxious energy about it not happening, or I'm sorry, if you woke up tomorrow with everything that you want, that anxious energy of it not happening would then become this anxious energy of you losing it all. And so it's like understanding that, first and foremost, I feel like I just need to say you guys are safe. In this reading, there's a big feeling of not feeling very safe emotionally, expecting some sort of heartbreak, expecting some sort of disappointment. I don't feel that. I feel a need to release that expectation. I almost feel like that expectation is what's creating this anxiety, and this anxiety that's created by this expectation is what is keeping you from having what you want. Let's get one more for the immediate future for Virgo. One more for the immediate future for Virgo. Ooh. Okay. One card fell on the floor. I'm just going to look at what it is. Okay, the Fool. That makes sense. And the fact that it fell on the... Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So you have the Three of Cups, Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit in reverse on the bottom of the Fool. There is a new beginning for you. There is an opportunity with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. There's an opportunity for things to come together for you. The Three of Cups. Three of Cups and Three of Pentacles. I'm kind of... Okay. As above, so below, right? Whatever we create in our head is what we create in this universe or in this world. You're focusing on trying to create it in this world to then create it up here. When in reality, there's a need for you to focus on creating it up here before it comes down here. So what I mean by that is find this emotional balance so that that faith that you're lacking can allow things to happen for you. But right now you're so focused on your frustrations and this Nine of Swords energy that you're not quite ready to have what it is that you want. That's why the Three of Cups and Three of Pentacles for me, it's like surrender to the material and focus on the emotional. Focus on not reacting. Focus on responding. You know, we have triggers that pop up, right? And sometimes we don't even really realize that they're happening. And those triggers can be looking at your bank account and getting frustrated by how much money is in there. Instead of being like, okay, I have enough money to get me through this, and I have faith that the next thing that I need is gonna be there for me. It's right now, I feel like it is really about how you react to your triggers. With the Hermit in reverse, you guys have been isolating. You've withdrawn your energy in ways that has kept you super in your head. There's a big need in this reading to get out of your head. Get out of your head and get into your life. Get out of your head and get into your life. That's like what I'm feeling right now. It's like this just need to really, truly let go and allow, because you're not going to be disappointed with what happens. You think you are, though. You do. You think you're going to be disappointed by the outcome of this, but you're not. Quite the opposite. Just a need to have faith. Just because the opportunity hasn't presented itself yet doesn't mean that it's not going to. It just means that it hasn't yet. That's all. There's nothing wrong with that. It just means that it's not time. Divine timing is such an important thing. And often we forget about that because we're so focused on what we think should happen and getting disappointed by what our expectations are. It's almost like there's that, whole saying that anxiety robs you of your joy tomorrow. Or I'm sorry, your anxiety robs you of your joy today. And I almost feel like expectations rob you of your joy tomorrow, because if things don't happen exactly like you think they should, you start to get frustrated, and that creates the anxiety. It's like there's just a lot of anxiety in this reading. Okay. Let's get just a clarifying card for, let's see what pops up. Clarifying recent past. Let's get some more energy in recent past. So it's something you're trying to manifest here. 9 of Pentacles. And you can have that thing. You can have that thing and so much more. We have the Queen of Cups on the bottom here. And then the High Priestess behind that. Okay, so that makes sense with this High Priestess in reverse. It's almost like your emotions are blocking your intuition. Your emotions are blocking your intuition. Your focus on what you feel and not, there's 2 different types of way of feeling, right? Your emotions are overwhelming and they come in like waves. Your intuition is calm, it's steady, it brings you peace to feel the way that your intuition makes you feel. And I almost feel like your emotions are keeping you trapped in being able to feel your intuition, to hear your intuition, to see it. So this is about what you want, and what you want is possible, very much so. But it's going to take time. You have the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck, but then you have the 2 of Wands and the King of Swords. You guys need mental clarity for this path. And right now, you don't have that mental clarity that you need for this path. And that it's not your fault. Like, this isn't me saying this is your fault or whatever. This is just the way things go. We've got to be confused to not be confused. We have to take the hard road sometimes, but it's not, that's the thing, is I'm getting, this isn't even a difficult road. You just feel like it is because you're so worried about the outcome. But when the outcome happens, if you could look back and go, whoa, if I would have just chilled out through all of that, I could have saved myself a lot of misery. But yeah, there's just a lot of doubt. There's some doubt. Let's get some current, no, sorry, I didn't ask it. I didn't set the attention. Let's get some current energy for Virgos. Current energy for Virgos. There's that same Queen of Wands. With the Queen of Wands here, I'm seeing that there's this need to remember your fire. So with the 7 of Swords here, it's like keeping your confidence, keeping your faith, keeping your oomph in the times where it feels like things aren't happening for you. Keeping the faith even when it feels pointless or hopeless. Because what I see is there are things hidden from you, and what's hidden from you is the new beginning. And a light will be shined on that new beginning, because you have the Hermit here and the Fool. So the way that I'm seeing this is this new beginning is hiding behind the Hermit. The Hermit is trying to shine a light on what you can't see. And so the way that I'm seeing this is, first and foremost, there's a need to really just try to find the easiest way for you guys to get clear-headed. I don't know if that's being in nature for you or listening to music and trying to, and I don't mean dissociate. I don't mean disconnect from the way what you're thinking. I mean really try to get to a clear mind so that you can hear things a little bit more clearly. Okay, current energy for Virgo. Let's get some clarification. It's 9 of Cups in reverse. So what you want emotionally isn't happening for you with the King of Cups. It's because of your emotions. Your emotions, there's a need, Virgo, for you to really learn how to process your emotions without believing that they are telling you a truth. Process your anxiety, sit with your uncomfortable feelings without believing them. Because I feel like it's either you feel everything all at once or you're suppressing. And in those times of suppression, you focus so much on your hope of something specific happening. And then when that thing doesn't happen, all of what you've been suppressing comes up at once. And then it's just this anxiety, sad, fearful energy. And it's all because you're needing to learn how to process what it is you think so that you can find that clear space, clear-headed space. Because if you could find that clear-headed space, you would see that everything is actually 100% okay. Like way, way okay. There's a need to go within. Those are supposed to be upside down. Then reverse. King of Wands in reverse with the Four of Wands in reverse and the Sun. You guys are exhausted. You guys are mentally over it. You are so over feeling this way. And I feel that this energy that I'm feeling, like what I'm hearing is like, just stop. Now, I don't mean that to be insensitive. Obviously, it's hard to just, you can't just stop being anxious or this, that, and the other thing. But peace is a choice. And I see that it's almost like you being so in your head is what is keeping you from, first of all, manifesting what you want. Because we put out anxiety, we get more situations that makes us feel anxiety. But also, it's keeping you from just enjoying the moment you're in now. I see changes, but I also see changes that you're going to like. And I feel like you guys are fearing changes that you're not going to like. Okay, let's get some clarification on the immediate future for Virgo. Not necessarily clearing each card, it's just like clearing or clarifying each card. I'm clarifying the message for sure. Your immediate future has a lot of clarity in it. I can't tell. Oh no. You have the Ten of Swords, the World, the Empress. This Ten of Swords to me feels like a past energy. And I feel like what's happening here is your actions have been based on what you've experienced in the past. And there needs to be an end to that cycle of coming from a place of your past. So you have the Empress, and you had the Empress here too. It's almost like finding yourself, reconnecting with yourself. You've been at such a disconnect with yourself recently, Virgo, and I feel like that ultimately is just coming from fear. And it's almost like this. So you have the Death card and the World card. There's some cycle that's completing in the immediate future. And it's this cycle of like expecting this Ten of Swords. It's like you expect pain. But then like you then create your own pain by expecting it. Not because you manifest it, but because you create that anxiety in the moment. It's kind of an intense reading. Anyway, I see clarity coming for you guys. I see good things. I just also see that like you guys just need to calm down. And trust me, I feel you. I struggle with anxiety myself, so I completely understand. I just feel like there's this need to calm down, to breathe, relax. Let's get an advice card for Virgo, please. An advice card for this reading for Virgo. Advice card for Virgo. I was literally picturing this card. Hangman. I mean, it's the same thing you have in your immediate future. It's the surrender. It's actually in reverse, which means that you're struggling to let go. And that's the 10 of wands here. It's creating a burden. You're creating your own burden by just not. It's almost like an imaginary burden. And I'm not saying that your feelings are imaginary. It's just almost like you're stressed so much that you're not focusing on what's actually possible. You're focusing on what you fear. Well, Virgo, I hope this helped. Any information on our personal reading is in the description box below. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.